Hi guys, it's me. Hopefully the dogs start barking. They have been barking, and I keep making videos and I keep deleting them because sorry if you hear any noises, but I can't avoid it. Oh my god, it's been so hard. We got some neighbors and they're like loud and the music and it's so hard to make videos right now. But anyway, so listen, I wanted to talk about some cars that I have seen about the Mercury retrograde and the Pluto in retrograde. Why I wanted to talk about this? I wanted to talk about this because, I have experienced this within my family. And, it's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare and well, finally it came to an end. Everybody now is like, ooh. I think that this was a lesson that we all needed to learn, and we actually, for whatever reason or not, we kept holding back, right? We kept holding back. We didn't want to make any changes, and the universe was like, listen, this is it. There is no more chances. This is it. You guys have to pick something. You guys have to make a decision. And like I said, everybody was resisting. This is what I have seen in the cards with other people, right? I've seen the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I've seen Judgment in reverse, this is the Pluto in retrograde, right? And I have seen this over here, the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse is someone that does not want to take a leap of faith because, because it's scared, because that person is probably used to, whatever that person is doing. And like I said, and while these things are in reverse, these are things that we're holding back. We're holding back. The universe sometimes wants us to, if we've been stuck in this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, unable to make changes, not wanting to make them for whatever reason, the universe is like, listen, you're postponing new things that need to happen in your life. And you are holding these things back. And we're tired. Right? We're tired. We don't want to be waiting for you anymore. This is why, like I said, sometimes we're scared. We're afraid. We don't want to make changes. We know that new changes are going to bring, a lot of work. We got to do a lot of work. And like I said, sometimes this could be like we're in a bad relationship, right? And we're like, ugh. If I end this, then I have to be dating again, and no, I don't want to go through that anymore. Like, I thought that I was safe, right? So we keep postponing, and we're like, oh my God, my life is crap, and I keep like, well, not like this. My life is crap, and I don't want to make changes, and I don't want to do this because, like I said, if I get a divorce, then I have to be dating again, and with all these people that, they just want one night stands when I'm looking for something like to settle. All this stuff, right? We keep holding back, and the universe is like, listen, hurry up. There's things that we need to do. There's brand new people that you need to meet. And, you keep holding us back. And the same thing happened with Pluto retrograde. It's like, you know what? Make these changes. Make a final decision in whatever it is that you need to do. It's not bad luck. You need to make a decision. You need to leave things behind because they are not longer aligning with you. This will be like, I always make a reference with this pretty shoes, right? That you love to wear those shoes. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic or whatever, you gain weight and now they're tight, they're uncomfortable, and you're like, no, I love those shoes. I want to keep wearing them. And you keep wearing them, but every time you wear them, like, you know, they keep hurting. They are making your feet, like, you know, terrible. They're getting deformed. Your feet are getting deformed now because they don't fit anymore, right? Those shoes don't fit anymore. So because they don't fit anymore, now your toes are feeling cramp and you know, it's painful. But like I said, there are those shoes that you really like and you don't want to let them go and all this stuff, and the universe is like, buy brand new shoes. You need to buy brand new shoes because those are no longer, they don't fit you and they're hurting you, and instead of like helping you, they're hurting you. And like I said, a lot of times we're like, oh, I have such a bad luck, my life is stuck, I feel stuck. And we're feeling this way because we don't want to release. We don't want to let it go, right? When we don't make these changes, we don't want to let go. We don't want to take a leap of faith. And this has to be done. And let me tell you what's going to happen. For everybody that is resisting that change that you deep inside know that you have to do, right? What's happening? What is going to happen next? You're going to get the tower. We talk about the tower. You know, a lot of people are scared to see the tower in the readings because they know this is a drastic change, right? This is like, remember, I was talking about like that relationship that you know is toxic, that you need to let it go, but you keep holding it because you don't want to be single. Because, you know, being single, like I said, it means that you have to be meeting brand new people and whoever have been dating before, you know that is like a nightmare. So, yeah, we don't want to make these changes. But like I said, once the tower comes, what will be the tower for this relationship that you don't want to let go? One that happens a lot of times is like, you know, your husband gets somebody pregnant, and now you're like, ugh, ugh. Now I have to make the freaking decision because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never been in that situation, but like I said, it'll be kind of hard for me to, you know, knowing that, like, I don't know. I'd rather not say, but I'm saying, like, let's say that happens, right? And somebody that's, you know, is in a relationship and they're like, well, no, I can't forgive that. Like, you know, I can't. So now I have to make a change. Now you have no other choice but to walk away, to finally get that divorce, that separation or whatever, and say like, you know what, I cannot deal with this. This is a tower. Why the tower comes into your life? The tower is a major change that you have to do in your life. It's, yeah, you have to go through this. And the reason why is because, like I said, sometimes, like, you know, we keep holding on to that relationship that we know is shit. And we don't want to let go. Because, oh, I know this person forever and ever. And like I said, I don't want to be dating and blah, blah. So we stay. And like I said, the tower comes in. It's like, you have no other choice but to let go now. You have no other choice but your shoes, those pretty shoes that you wanted, like, now one of your toe is all crooked because, like I said, you kept wearing them, and now the doctor told you, like, look, you can't because look at your toes, like, they're horrible. Right? You have to make this change. And like I said, a lot of us are resisting it still. And like I said, once we get the tower, we make the changes, and then things start, you know, spinning our way, right? All of a sudden we're like, wow, like, I don't know, you left Peter, right? Toxic Peter, and now you made Alexander the Greatest. I don't know. I'm just saying, you meet somebody really nice and you're like, oh my God, like, what the hell? Like, what was I thinking? Why didn't I leave that relationship before? Why did it take me so long? Well, you gotta thank Pluto in retrograde, because of Pluto that brought the tower. Well, no, probably Mercury brought the tower. Mercury in retrograde, right? You're releasing what is not good for you. And now you're gonna have your brand new beginning. It was waiting for you. It was waiting for you forever, right? But you keep holding the universe and making this decision. Because you refuse to make that change, because you refuse to let go and take a leap of faith. You refuse to make this take this leap of faith. And because of that, like I said, things were stuck. And as soon as you start, you go through your judgment, which is, like I said, Pluto in retrograde. Once you go through your judgment, now you're going to have the experience from your past, but now you're going to let go of all these burdens that you had from your old relationship, right? You were tired, you were fed up, you were like, I can't deal with this anymore. And finally, boom, you let it go, right? Now you're moving on. Moving on to calmer waters, like people say. Because over here where you were, it was like a lot of turbulence, a lot of conflict, a lot of pity fights, right? And you're like, I'm done with that. I'm moving on. I'm leaving whatever is not for me behind. I'm moving to a better place. And like I said, this is what happens. But like I said, if you feel like you're stuck, think about it. Is this a problem that you needed to fix from long time ago, and you kept pushing it to the side, putting it away because you didn't want to deal with this? One thing I remember about myself is that, there was a job that I had that I hated it. I hated my job. I feel like I needed to do something else. Like I kept every time that I went to lunch, I was like, I felt terrible. I kept thinking, feeling this thing of like, I lost hope. I was like, I know there is something else for me. This can't be just me. Everything inside of me was screaming like, come on, do something with your life. Why are you complaining? Why aren't you doing something, right? Why aren't you doing something? Why you keep feeling like you're stuck here? Like, do something. And like I said, that was one thing, like I feel like everything inside of me kept telling me like, look, you can do so much better. Like, do something. And like I said, what did I do? I was here, right? Refusing to make any changes. It's just bad luck. This is my life. It was written in stone that I had to do this for the rest of my life. This job that I hate, that I don't like anymore, that it doesn't, those pretty shoes that don't fit me anymore, but I have to be here because I have to. Well, I didn't have to. I convinced myself that that was all that I could do. I convinced myself, and I would go home and I would cry, and I would be like feeling sorry for myself because that was it. That was my life, right? Sad, depressed, and boring. And like I said, that was me. But and instead of like going home, and if this is you and you're unhappy with your life, with your job, with whatever you have going on, if you're unhappy with it, change it. It's not written in the stones. You can change it if you want to. But like I said, don't do what I did. that I just went home and I cried because I was so unhappy with my life. And I cry and I cry and I didn't know what to do, and I was overthinking, unable to go to sleep because I was so stressed out. Because I felt like this is my life, right? Imagine having this life. It's horrible. You don't need to be here. I know that, like I said, instead of saying like, listen, I am happy. I'm not happy with this job. I feel terrible. Everything inside of me is screaming. You know how like some kids, when they're growing up, they feel like they are in this, they're a boy, but inside, everything inside of them, they feel like they're girls, right? They're like, I'm a boy. I have the body of a boy, but I feel like a girl. I'm a girl. I'm trapped in this body, right? I know it's totally different, but that is the thing that I was feeling like. There is something more for me. This cannot be me in my life, in the rest of my life. This cannot be me. And do the things that I should have done. What I should have done is like, listen, in order for you to have something that you really want, you got to make drastic changes, right? I should have brought the tower into my life. Should have said, you know what? I'm uncomfortable where I am. I'm not going to keep holding this tower. This life, this job that I hate, I'm just going to bring it to a destruction. And now, I'm going to be like the fool, right? I'm going to be like the fool. I don't know where I'm going. The fool travel light, right? He's leaving his stuff behind, stuff that he thinks like they're unnecessary, right? He doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know, he or she doesn't know if it's gonna, that should have been me. That shouldn't be me. I should have told myself, convinced myself. And instead of convincing myself that it was written on a stone and that I couldn't do anything with my life, I should have convinced myself that, you know what? Take a leap of faith. Go apply somewhere else. Go in. I know we all have responsibilities, right? I have responsibilities. And I felt like I was trapped because I have so many things going on that needed my attention. But you know what? Sometimes we also need attention. And like I said, I should have just taken a leap of faith. I should have said like, listen, I'm not happy here. So now, after I leave my horrible job, I have to go, I don't know, I have to take some classes. I have to learn how to do hair. I have to learn how to do nails. I have to learn how to do something. I have to, if I drop out from a school, like I have to go back to school. Learn something that is gonna make me feel alive. That is gonna make me feel like this fool over here, right? Happy, even if he or she doesn't know where he's going. But he's going somewhere, he's moving. Right? I should have done that. I should have just like say like, listen, I'm not happy here. So I'm just gonna start taking classes. It's gonna be tiring. Yes, it's gonna be tiring. And instead of going home and cry, I should have started looking for, like I said, classes, something to do, learn a new skill, do something. And I was gonna be tired, absolutely, right? If you see every successful person that you see, they're not at the level that they are because, somebody handed everything to them. Well, some people do, but, the rest of us, we have to work for it. And you know what? I should have done that. Like I said, do that. If you're not happy where you are, you're going to have to make changes. It's going to feel like, like the tower, like something that you have to destroy completely. And, take a leap of faith. Start moving. Don't delay the process. You're delaying the process of you being happy, feeling happy. Pluto in retrograde is bringing you that. We're resisting, but you know what? Once we let go, we become a brand new person, right? We're gonna start feeling alive again. And like I said, don't just say like, oh, this is my life and this has to be. No, you can make changes. It's gonna take, probably it's gonna take you a little bit longer than you thought, or maybe it's gonna be hard work that you're gonna have to put on that. But you know, do the work. Do the work, because eventually it's gonna pay off. And once it paid off, you're gonna be like, I should have done this long time ago. So yeah, go through the changes. You know, instead of crying, go, like I said, look for things to do. Get in this mentality of, how can I change this? How can I change it? And change it because you can change it. Only you can do that. Nobody else is gonna do it for you. Only you can do that. So do it. Okay, that's all I want to talk about. And you know, if you're going through all of this, like I said, good luck. Good luck. You can do it. Be like the fool. Take this risk. Take this leap of faith. And start working on your dreams. You know? Yeah. That's all. Okay, bye.